really good. I'm enjoying that very much so. I wish that this game had the speed of and the roster of all of the Japanese Super Sentai series instead of just the Power Rangers from the American series, which are now just the Power Rangers of the Nickelodeon / Australian series. Because Haim Saban has decided that we're just going to use Australian actors for everything now. But I thoroughly enjoyed the new movie, and I do hope that it does get a sequel, because I saw that movie 30 times in the theaters. I did my part to make sure it gets a sequel. Ah, nice. I'm 10 episodes in on Kyurenter. Yeah. And then he died shortly after. My bad. It was just the actual movie that it was Australia that they took actors for. The Mighty Morphin movie was done in Australia because it was Sydney and somewhere in Queensland that they took for the sets, and then the new movie used Canada. I think it was Montreal or Toronto as the main setting for all of the city scenes and stuff. Where, who else thought the new movie, the city they were in, looked like Texas? Because all the football stuff that went on and everything just reminded me, I was like, wow, this is Texas. Yeah, since the Disney days. I really, really want the new Curator to get adapted. I mean, that show, I don't know what they would call it though. Would they call it Zodiac something or another? Or Star something or another? Gotcha. And I have no cares either way if they have the Green Ranger be a female. I mean, I loved seeing Rita wearing the green armor, and I wish they would put skins in this game. I mean, that could be another thing they would cash grab for sure. But they already have like 14 Tommies or something, so could be. I mean, I'd like to see a Red Ranger Zordon, even, where he has the sword. Because they don't have the sword in here for movie Red, and that's a crucial part of that character's leadership. It looks like the next character we're going to probably get is either going to be Cat Ranger or Gold Zeo, according to what that poll that they put out last week was for. I mean, I know why they put in Udana as the next release, and the whole reason behind that was where the actor or the voice actor or something for it passed away recently, and they did it as a tribute. Well, they've already made it abundantly clear whenever, if you follow Jason David Frank's YouTube channel, he visited Inway's studio and gave them an autographed poster and asked them whenever the other JDF Rangers are going to be in there. Like, jeez. I mean, that's a little collabing too much. Oh, was it? It was just in the news on Power Rangers Now. So I didn't know if that was due to something else because of, like, maybe that poll that they had for which character. Yeah, most definitely. I mean, it's definitely a lasting thing as long as the game doesn't get too tarnished of a reputation for, literally deleting comments and reviews because people just don't want to. Yeah, I know she was last on the poll. People wanted Zeo Gold and they wanted Cat Ranger. And I could care either way if we get Andros or not. Because, woo, he'll have a Gurren Lagann sword. That's all I see that as. He'll have the drill that pierced the heavens. Love that anime. The whole reason I loved that anime too was because it reminded me of like Voltron, but updated. Not like the new Netflix Voltron, but like more edgy. If it's a tribute, though, I don't think they should make people pay for it. Or if they do have people paying for it, then why not make it, donate to help the family or other people in this situation or something? This company has just gotten greedy for all the wrong reasons of bringing content out. Literally, they bring out untested content and expect people and all of the negative press to take care of letting them know what it is instead of hiring testers like myself or anyone else that's formally tested apps and programs to know how to Let me try that again. To know how to make something happen consistently in the same way. I can't remember what the word is for it. I've had a couple of mild strokes in my life, and I have dead spots in my brain because of it. So I had to relearn how to walk and different things, and I had to use certain books and a certain way of speaking to be able to verbalize whenever I was first getting back on my feet. But I thank the good Lord above that He has kept me here, and it's no worries, man. I'm a very humble individual. Like I said, I am a good God guy. I don't curse, and I have it restricted in my room for chatting purposes if people do, so there's no real reason to have any kind of language. People can speak their mind, that's fine. They can talk about me, I don't care. It's words. I can definitely understand that. I wasn't able to talk for 3 months, and my strokes were caused by stress. Yeah, I can type about 140 words per minute. That's why I'm good at coding. I used to develop my own engine back in 2002, and it was for a game similar to what Far Cry turned into, with like a open world map that continued and connected, but it was called Time Lapse. And you basically traveled through time, and you would go into areas and find out. If you're familiar with the movie Timeline, that was done by the same guy who wrote Jurassic Park. I can't remember his name right now. Well, you have my prayers for that, sir. But it was basically the genre of survival adventure before it became a thing with the resurgence in indie games and stuff. And I had 23 terabytes of code written, and lightning strike killed the hard drive and the computer caught on fire. So yeah, ever since I've always kept backups of backups of backups of backups. So I have 38 terabytes right now, and I have 4.12 terabytes free. Redundancy is the key, I guess. Keeps me buying more hard drives. That helped a bit. See how this goes. I probably got 5 more minutes and then I'll have to start testing and coding. I already went over by about 30 minutes. But as long as I finish up before the deadline, they're good with it. And this guy is a spammer.
KO. You lose.
Yeah. That guy is one of the exploiters from the old days that literally he knew about the dash all the time to be able to slow down his opponent's inputs from coming out, and also to lag them out so that he would win by a connection error. And anytime I beat him, he just rage quits on me and exits out of the game so that he can try and avoid the tarnished loss or whatever. He's had 2 different names on here. Actually, not in that case. It just didn't cause him to lose medals, but I still lost medals because it gave it a draw. Wow, 1 hit. Yeah, that's what I was talking about with Korag. Korag is a crit monster. Literally. Like, he can do his basic attacks over 2k damage without much effort into his talent tree. It's just how you build his talent tree, and then the more consistent hits he gets without breaking or without moving, the higher the crit chance is, and the higher the crit percentage is, and the higher the crit damage counter is. Like, literally, his crits are insane. He can get 75% crit chance with 400% crit damage. So that's like 1 hit does his standard, and then all the other hits in his combo each increase 100% more.